Well, go on, Turfers.
Want to know more about turf?
Stay tuned.
Welcome back, guys. Thank you for joining us. Today, we are going to tell you a little bit about turf.
So you might be wondering what is TURF. So TURF is really the acronym for Thomas's Union Riverbank Farmstead, and we chose that name based on quite a number of factors, but the most important one was the fact that it's going to be a farmstead. Farmstead, is a merger of homestead and a farm. And a homestead is basically growing food for, you and your family, pretty much for self-consumption. While a farm is growing food on a large scale, well, food and livestock on a large scale for a means of income. So when you merge both of them now, you find that you get a farmstead. And what that does is you provide enough for yourself as well as a surplus to sell and gain some income from that. Hence the term farmstead. Also, at current, we are an urban farmstead, and as such, we occupy from under 300 square feet of space that we currently have our operation running through. So the reason why we are currently an urban farmstead is due to the fact that we are currently in the city, well, in the parish of St. Andrew, and we're producing an average about 200 pounds of meat on a monthly basis. We're providing around 4 trays of egg on a weekly basis, as well as rabbit, and we do rear our own ducks, and we have guinea chicks. So we consider ourselves urban at this point, and hopefully soon we will be moving from that. But turf as current is an urban farmstead. Also, the way in which turf decides to operate is through a CSA model, which stands for Community Supported Agriculture. And by this, what we will be doing is providing meat and eggs at current in extension of rabbit to our customers on a weekly, bi-weekly or monthly basis. And what this means is that our customer, they call in to make their orders, and we either deliver it to them or they come and pick it up. And that's really the CSA model. So rather than having the products going to find a large market, we pretty much cut out the middleman and cut out the hassle and go straight to the customer themselves, and pretty much whatever it is that they need, we pretty much supply to them based on what we currently provide. And that's really how we at Turf currently operate.
To add to that, it is very convenient for our customers, especially during this pandemic, to get deliveries. It takes the hassle out of having to go to the grocery store, knowing that they can get delivery straight to their doorsteps. So it's very convenient.
We kind of doing afternoon chores at current, so we might be on the move, and just tag along with us while we do the afternoon chores, all right?
So you may be wondering how we got started, right? And we both had a passion for agriculture. That's actually what brought us together. That is a story for another day as it relates to how we met, but our love for agriculture brought us together. As you can see, he's giving the rabbits grass. What kind of grass is this one?
This is Napier grass.
So how we got started? We got assistance from both family and friends with second-hand materials like chicken mesh, second-hand zinc.
Right, and one other thing that we did that was very crucial was we actually went out and sourced material from the bush. So for example, the post and so that we use, we actually went to the bush and we cut our posts and stuff like that really to help facilitate in constructing our first chicken coop. We actually started really when after returning from overseas, and paying school fee, we had a bit of money left back, and I asked Chantel here what should we do, and my idea of just coming back from overseas after spending a couple months is we could really go out and enjoy some time together, because we haven't seen each other for about 4 months, I think it was. Right. So, when I suggested it to her, that was really my expectation. However, I was in for a surprise when, she decided that she wanted us to start a chicken business. But anyways, we started and we went to Hypro, and trust me, it wasn't a lot of money. When I say it wasn't a lot of money, it wasn't a lot of money. Like, anybody can start a chicken business knowing what we started with. But that's a story for another day. Anyways, we went to Hyper Ace. I think it was, yes, Hyper Ace we went. We got tarpaulin, we got feeders. I think it was 2 feeders that we bought that day. We bought 2 watering pans.
Some nipples.
Right, and water nipples because we wanted to keep our options open. And what happened was that we purchased all these items, as well as we paid for the chickens. I think we paid for I remember we paid for 50 bags of 50 chickens. My apology. And 10 bags of feed, right. And we went around, as Chantel said earlier, and we started collecting materials and stuff like that. We worked tirelessly day and night, hammering morning and night. Trust me, it was a task with the hammering process, in the sense that early in the morning, 6 o'clock, bang 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 outside with the hammer. Late at night, bang 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 again. So it was just from the get-go. After returning, we just started working, and it was out of the sheer passion and love for it. I mean, you don't find someone waking up out of them bed 5 o'clock in the morning, say them go work on a fowl could be like, so it's really the passion that we had for it that got us started. And I recall we started with 50 chickens, and we lost, I think it was 2 the first time around, and the second time we went, we lost 35 from the 50 chickens. And trust me, that was a real hit. Real hit. You remember, right? We were able to produce chicken, and it was being sold so fast. So what we decided to do was to create a form of brooder area inside the coop. And so we could do that in a 3 weeks rotation. So we would have 50 at the top and 50 below. And that went well for a while, and we actually got a market, and everything really went to the roof, and we had to upgrade. We then upgraded to 100 chickens, and so did our market. We upgraded market again, and we started supplying a restaurant, and might I tell you, it was going good for quite some time. And then I remember the owners of the restaurant had to relocate, and it was just a tragic moment, and that was very, very unfortunate for us, because at that time we had just scaled up operation to about 300 chickens based on the size of the coop, and it was just devastating, and we kind of put it off for a while, and now we are back full-fledged with it. Right, so that's pretty much how we got started. From there we got rabbits, we got ducks, we had a whole, we had quail at one point.
They were destroyed by rats.
Yes. And we have ducks, we have guinea fowl, and that's pretty what we have currently at our current location. So yeah, that's really where we started. That's how we started, really. And the rest, what we can do from here is just pretty much grow. So I'm gonna continue feed.
So we just collected these for today. We wanted to share with you why we got into agriculture. Let's be real, guys. Firstly, yes, it's good to grow your own food, and good to know where your food is coming from, because it's guaranteed safe and fresh. However, Guys, money can be made in agriculture. Don't let anyone fool you. Money can be made.
Alright guys, so we're just wrapping up the afternoon chores, you know, giving the boiler some water until tomorrow morning when we come again and repeat the day's process. So alright guys, so some of the limitations that we face here is due to really financial constraints, as you know, sometimes when you don't have the strong capital to back your operation, it tends to lag a bit. And I mean, that's understandable for everyone, you know, regardless of the business that you're doing. If you don't have a strong financial, then you know it pretty much has a bit of lagging. However, we do work with what we have and try to make the best of results. Another thing that we have, as you can see, you know, this is where the cage is, this is where the house is. I mean, it's less than 3 feet, in between. So space is another big factor that we have, and I find that once it is that, you know, we relocate to a bigger property or a bigger area, then we should, you know, pretty much conquer that limitation. One of the challenges that we face is due to the fact that we are in the city, and based on, you know, the closeness around us of buildings, we get a little bit airflow, and some of the times it does affect our production in the sense that it is too hot. And that's one of the biggest challenges we face, the heat. Sometimes we have, you know, mortality just because of the heat. We might have stress with the layers not laying on par. We might have, you know, chickens not eating because of the heat. So, you know, they're just some of the, those are just some of the few limitations and challenges that we currently. Alright guys, so one of the main reasons why we decided to come on YouTube, you know, was really due to the fact that it's a hard task trying to find farm pages on the internet that, you know, either Caribbean based or even Jamaican based, right? And what happened is that, you know, through our process or starting, you know, we had to do research. In everything that you do, you have to do research. And one of our most search engine is YouTube. And while on YouTube, we realized that we couldn't find anything really of such caliber that we were really looking for to really show a startup of a farm, in the essence that we want to see something that started from the ground up. And you know, oftentimes we find video, either they are not Caribbean or Jamaican based, and or the videos really not showing the process, however, like an end result. You know, and really and truly we want to, you know, give you a process to show you where we started from and how we will be developing. I mean, we started from, you know, less than 2 dozen chicken, you know. We started with, you know, 50 broilers, you know, just a couple rabbits and stuff like that. So we really want to show you the bare minimum of what it is to get started, and, you know, take you along on our journey to show you how we grow throughout the process, and also during the process, you know, give you, you know, some of our tips and, you know, some of the tricks that we use, because we do use quite a number DIY stuff to really get us along due to the fact that we have limited funds. One such thing is, you know, how we feed, the feeders that we use, the waterers that we use, you know, they are very, very innovative, and they really save us a lot when it comes to starting up. So yeah, that's one of the main reasons I decided to come on YouTube, you know, to really share what we know and help you guys grow, while we will even learn from you guys or some of the more experienced person on the YouTube platform. So guys, we're just closing out now for the evening. So, you know, it was a long day, and our day has not ended as yet. So So we just want to thank you for staying here, staying tuned with us, and also, you know, if you like the video, you can give us a thumbs up, and you know, definitely if you want to see more from us, you can subscribe to our channel, and you know, if you have any friends or relatives that, you know, really interested in this type of content, you can even go ahead and share the video. Also, we would like to hear from you, what it is that you do on your farm and how it is that you guys started. So until then, turfs out.